Have you ever shot yourself in the face with a compound bow? Howdy, my name is Lucas Smith, and this is a story about how I gained something and almost lost something. I was 13 years old. My parents were working on the barn, and I wanted to shoot my compound. I shot quite a few arrows. Everything was going swell, until the last arrow that jammed. The arrow got stuck while around the ringlet. I just sat there staring at it, not really knowing what to do. I should have screamed for my parents, but they were just out of holler distance. So I sat there wondering. I thought about putting it on the ground, but then the arrow would have launched and gone in some other direction. I was still young. I should have just pulled the arrow straight back, but I didn't think about that at the time. I decided to just pull the arrow sideways. It was only a 24-pound bow. I pulled it hundreds of times. I'd be able to handle it. That was where I made my mistake. The arrow came swinging around and smacked me in my face. It hit me a micro-inch from my eye, right about here. The pain was overwhelming, but I just sat there dumbfounded for a while. My vision turned red from the blood in my eye. I covered it up in my hand, and all I saw was blood. At the time, I didn't know I didn't hit my eye, so I was scared. I was lucky it didn't. The fleshing hit my face and not my eye, and luckily it wasn't the front end of the arrow, because if it was, I probably wouldn't be talking to you today. It was an overwhelming experience, and the last thing I remember was screaming for my family, who came running. What I learned from this is you should always have someone watching. No matter how confident you are in something that you can do, there should always be someone there. And your confidence can lie to you. You can think you're there when you're not. I'd like to thank everyone for listening. I hope you learned something from my story, and hope you don't have to go through the same experiences I did. It wasn't a fun time, I will say that for the least. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.